Hey, I'm doing this Picture Man R&B in this another episode of Retro TV 91. This time I'm doing Gotham Season 3 episode, it's either 7 or 8. I'm not pretty sure, but what happened in this week's episode of Gotham, Detective Barnes is getting caught up with, and Joel Gordon is finding out that he's the one that killed all these people in the last episode. Because the guy who was murdered in the last episode tells Jim Gordon that Barnes did it. So Jim Gordon is investigating Barnes without Barnes' knowledge, but what Jim Gordon doesn't know is Barnes knows he's is investigating him the whole time. So Jim goes to Bullock and tells Bullock, and Barnes finds Jim going through his files in his office, and Jim sees the files on Alice and her brother, the Mad Hatter and stuff, and then Barnes tells them that they got a lead on the guy who hired the so-called killer that killed the guy in the last episode. And they go to this, where this mob is, and this guy named Sugar, and Barnes tells them that he knows that he killed the guy from the last episode, and this guy says he was at a fight and doesn't know what he's talking about, because he really doesn't know what he's talking about. And then Barnes winds up shooting him, and then puts the gun on Jim and tells Jim that he knows that Jim has been investigating him, and he's about to place this murder on Jim and frame him. And he calls it in, and the cops find out about it. And before Jim went with Barnes, he called Bullock, but he left a voicemail and told him the wrong address, and Bullock doesn't know nothing about this until he goes to the precinct where all the cops are getting ready to go after Jim. And Bullock gets Lee Tompkins to help him because they find out that Barnes is infected with Alice's blood, and she makes a false report to confirm that. And they go after Barnes, the person who they're supposed to be going after. And at the end of the episode, a big fight happens between Jim Gordon and Captain Barnes, and it ends up with Barnes getting shot in the shoulder and arrested. But what else is happening with Riddler? Riddler finds out that his girlfriend's car brake lines was cut, and he's thinking that Butch is behind this, but we know that Penguin really is, and Penguin's letting the Riddler think that it's Butch, that way he won't find out that the Penguin's the one that did this. And we'll find out what happens with that next week's episode. And what else is happening? Bruce Wayne and Selena help Ivy, and she steals this necklace, but it has this key to the court of owls, and she doesn't know this at the time, and they go to take the necklace back, and it winds up being broken. They see this key, and two Talons are after them, and we'll find what happens in next week's episode. They confront Bruce, and we'll find more about the Court of Owls in next week's episode. And that's all that really happened on this week's episode. My question for y'all is, what's going to happen whenever Riddler finds out that Penguin's the one that killed his girlfriend? As always, it's Picture Man. I'll be signing out. Guys, Juju Ross. This has been another episode of Retro TV 91. See y'all next time.